So this is interesting. Unfortunately, these are all neutral. If any of these were good, we would just buy them and pause. I think... So if the problem is we'd want to cast a spell second turn. Should we go for the Blind Mice? If we're going to go for the Blind Mouse, we're going to pause here. I think we will. We can buy a second Blind Mouse and roll. Unfortunately, this spell will probably be uncastable unless we see a good character, and then we might change it. But yeah, we would have lost this fight, taken some damage, which we're trying to avoid. Wow, another one. I mean, these are all things we'd like to buy, but I think, yeah, we just got to roll here. And here we go. We'll get the early 4-drop. And then... we could even get the early 4-drop treasure and buy a 4/4 crafty. That puts us in reasonable shape. Obviously, this spell doesn't target. I don't know what's 4-drops, if we... I mean, there's a bunch we can find. If we get like a Gilded Hop on turn 3, we're obviously in great shape. We want to utilize the Potion Master, but we don't want a Tunnel Vision on it, is where we're at. There's a ton of 4s that are great. Even like a Coin of Charon is great. Oh, Joe Buck. Oh, we've played Buck before. Oh, they have one of our Blind Mice, but we don't care because we found the other one, so... Once we get the 2 of them, or the 3 of them, or whatever. Oh, Gilded would be so good here. Oh, you can't give me the Gilded here? The reason it would be so good is because this would sell for 4, so we could buy it, sell for 4, and then get 2 other things. So this scales pretty well. But this, like, helps us scale well. It makes our things in fun stronger. I like the deck, though. And I think we'll just buy the 4/4 over the gold here. This basically just sells for 1 more, but it's a 2/2. The deck, I think, makes us fairly strong in fights for a while. It might help us, basically gives us Loki's hero power, which is really strong. I mean, but Loki can't even cast spells if they want to. If we were Merlin, obviously, this would be even stronger because we'd be throwing around the buffs. This doesn't cast targeted spells, the deck of many things, I think it's called. Okay, we'll lose this fight. Take a little damage, just 4, but if we can find some, spell weavers or something, that'd be great. Here's a targeted spell, but no evil characters? Wow. I wonder if we want... Let's grab this. We're going to cast a spell every turn. Does this count as a... Yeah, it does. Okay, let's do this. Oh no, it doesn't count as a targeted spell? Okay. Oh, I've been wrong before. And what do I want to do here? So I think all of these are actually pretty good. And we just hit 3. I think what we want to buy, we Hippocampus and Peep next turn. This obviously would have been better if we got like... So if you get the Ring of Rage, this is exactly what you're looking for. We could just buy the Lucky too. I do like that. Yeah, I'm going to pause here. I like Lucky. I like trying to get an Econ going. This will keep growing. We're going to cast some spells. We'll see what's we open the spell slot, so we'll see what's targeted available, hopefully. I think we've gotten that one twice, and it's been great both times. Oh, they could get the 1 and 4. Oh no, they got knocked out. Okay. I was afraid they would get the 1 and 4 and really get going on us. Ooh, the end. The end isn't a great targeted spell for Potion Master. Unfortunately, we'll grab the chicken. I don't think we're going to go this little goofy combo I was talking about. Ooh, okay. What do we want to do here? I like Spellweaver. I like a lot of these. If we can target this, this is great. We're going to sell 2 things and grab the Lucky first. And then we're going to pause here. And we're going to cast a spell. We'd like to cast this on this next... The thing is, if we get a targeted spell, we will want to buy the Adventurer. Even if we don't, buying the Spellweaver I think is good, because it does get buffed every turn. And having 2 Luckies means that we're very likely to hit. If we hit this, it's a free gold. If we hit Adventurer or Spellweaver, the things we want to buy, it's 2 free gold. It's just so great for your econ right here. And any treasures we get make our crafty a lot better. I don't think we've had a single targeted spell so far. So, I mean, we've cast a ton of spells, right? We've cast at least 3, and I think we got this kind of late. So you can definitely see the difference between Potion Master and Merlin. I know I talk about that every time I play Potion Master, but I'm always waiting for Potion Master to really impress me. A Crystal Ball is very good with Potion Master. I wonder if there's like a reduced spell pool, and that's the reason we'd love to attack this one. Um, yeah, this means we're going to lose the fight, unfortunately, because the attacks didn't quite line up. A crystal ball is a level 3 treasure that's really nice. So yeah, we save one. Let's grab this and let's actually cast this spell. We're now on 4, and I think this doesn't do anything here really. But if we do get a buff in the future, it becomes a lot better, and we're going to start seeing 4-drops. So maybe this will trigger, through some stroke of luck, right? Probably not, but if we can get it right. And let's put the 4-drop that if we end up winning the fight, we'd like the thing that's upgraded to be alive. It does a little extra damage. This will grow by, 1 attack. This will go by 1/1 at the beginning of the fight. Yeah, if we happen to get something, that makes this work, that'd be great, but we won't go out of our way here. If we can get some targeted spells, if we can give it +3 attack and then it gets the Potion Master buff, all of a sudden it has 6 attack, we can throw it up front, try to hit level 5 and 6 early. We've gotten 1 extra XP, which is, decent enough. I wish you could see exactly what level everyone was on, because I think it displays what level they are at the beginning of the shop, so we were also 3 at the beginning of the shop, so they're actually on pace with us, and it doesn't show you how many ticks they have. I guess that's fine to hide, but also if it was public, I don't think it'd be bad, and I think it just might add some clarity to some parts of the game. Not a big deal, obviously. Oh, well, they got sniped, but ooh, that was a tough one. There's some tough attacks here. Okay, so we barely lose this fight. They also cast the end, so they're on 4. So obviously I think the thing we want is the free Billy Goat. So here, you can see, we can cast this, make this a 6/6 for just this turn, I guess, but still, it's a permanent 3/3. And we'll do some, I don't think we're going for dwarfs, right? I guess Bossy does give us a meaningful buff. I guess a pair of Medusas would give us a meaningful buff too. We sell animal, let's sell, right? Grab Medusa. Throw this here. Yeah, this is just a better dwarf. And then we'll pause here. Although we might be on 5, but if we're not, we can continue buffing things with the Luna's Grace. We can grab a second Medusa. I think Medusa's just really, really strong. I mean, it is really strong. I guess a second Medusa isn't super strong, though. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we won't pause here, because if we do hit 5, it'd be great to see some 5-drops without having to roll. We will miss out on this Luna's Grace, but maybe that's not what we want to be casting here. Although maybe it is, because we hit 5. If we hit 5, then so if we're exactly at 5, and we get 1 extra tick, it gets us 6 a turn earlier. Yeah, I think we did lock it in time. I'm always debating right as it goes to the thing, aren't I? Nice. Oh, they will. Okay, so that thing makes it likely, since they have all strong drops up front, that they will get a win here. Yeah, we really need to snipe this at some point. So we take a little bit of damage. We do hit 5, so let's cast the buff here. Grab the Medusa, just in case we want to get a triple. I don't think we're supposed to go dwarfs here. Could buy a second one, just in case it turns into a triple. I don't know, let's look for some 5s, right? Here's a 5. We could turn them into 6. We could get a look at 2 6s next turn. Unfortunately, we can't cast it this turn. Okay, let's do that instead. Let's buy this. It will show us an additional thing. And then we can cast this next turn and try to look at 2 6s. And yeah, it's probably time to retire some of these dwarfs. Yeah, hopefully we'll get the buff. If we do get the buff, Adventure is retired, because if we have 2 pips, we don't need the last one to get the 6 early. If we don't get it, we might not want to buff her again. We might be selling her almost no matter what, but again, we'll see. And maybe we'll put this a little earlier, just the 3/3. Just the Medusa attacking is very, very strong. Okay, okay, we got the thing, so we'll be retiring Medusa here. Oh, nice, and this is a 4/4 because we got the Athenes. Athenas, I think I always call it Athenes. But... Oh, wow, we win the fight just by a hair. Well, they already have 4 health. That's not great. Okay, let's see. Okay, I wonder if this retains the buff when we transform them. Yeah, okay, let's grab this. And we'll grab another great 6, and we can actually go like this to make this trigger earlier. This is obviously past its prime. Are any of these meaningful to us? Not that we want to buy, I think. And I think we'd rather have a Medusa on board than these Luckies, maybe? We're going to hit 6, so maybe it'd be nice to see some nice Lucky stuff. I think as you get further into the game, it matters less and less. Although, there's no like graceful way to put the second Lucky, or like the Medusa up here, because it's probably not going to get to attack way back here. I'll put this a little ahead. You know, because we want to buff the Hercules. We really want this to trigger soon. Get us a 6-drop treasure. And we're ready to sell pretty much everything. We'll keep the Grumble and the Hercules most likely, but everything else, you know, Medusas too, but everything else is really for sale at this point. And we're just hoping to, you know, try to find some good 6-drop treasures, try to find some good 6-drop characters. We have pretty high health, but, you know, the person we're playing is all the way at 36, so they really haven't been losing at all. And if they have a bunch of triples, they get the 5/5 buff, which is very strong. Actually, a Gilded Hop on this character is probably incredibly strong. The Gilded Hop just seems strong overall. I just didn't realize that the first 10 times I used it, or didn't use it. You know, and having good range, you know, we have a good backline. These are all strong when they attack. And, you know, hopefully the Hercules will get 2 hits in, maybe. I mean, that'd be, you know, the lucky end of it, but, you know, we could use some luck here. I mean, that's sort of what we're in the business of. Okay, yeah, 1 hit. 1 hit, 2 hits. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Ooh, that was tough. Yeah, oh, that was really bad. I'll take 10. Okay, yeah, a couple things there happened that weren't exactly what we were looking for. What if we're supposed to buff the Hercules? It only gives it 2/2, so it's not going to get it anywhere. I think it's worth buffing something with this. Maybe the Grumble. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't think we're buying one of these or these. We'll grab the Medusa. I think a 4-drop treasure is of a decent value here. 36, so we could have actually got this up to enough. I think Ring of Range is the best thing we have available. None of these are going to really do anything for us, I think. Well, we'll take the lucky. Our range back row get +3/+3. I think that's pretty good right now. I wonder if we want the fancy pants going forward. No, we'll take the thing that's decent right now because who knows how much longer we'll be alive. We could get knocked out right now, right? We're playing. I think we just took what 13 damage or something. I mean, we were playing against someone who sort of incentivized to go upgrades, but I mean, who isn't? I guess. We'd love it. I mean, yeah, if we could have got this, we could have buffed this one. I mean, I wasn't anticipating getting the Ring of Rage, right? Although I should have been, you know, we should be aware of the treasures we could get. You know, play around those a little better. So hopefully this will trigger. We'll get a 6-drop to replace, you know, the Telltale Quiver. I think that's why it might be better to get that than to get the one that when you buy, you get the +1, or you get the 2/2. Because if we're going to replace it so soon, we'll just take the thing that's good this fight, right? Oh, that's a tough one. Because now this only triggers... Okay, now this will still trigger, never mind. Oh yes, there we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, I think we still... Are we going to lose this fight because the Juliet spawn is going to be big? Was that an upgraded Juliet? I didn't actually see. No, it's not. So we will win this fight. Barely. But barely counts. And we'll get a 6-drop treasure. W support buffs are interesting, especially with this big support we could buy, but what if we just got like the Ivory Owl? I mean, everyone, it's still early in the game. Grab this thing, play it. Let's like even cast this buff. Let's just make stuff big, you know? We have all the Luckies, Hotchkiss Desire. I think a dragon is nice here because we can continue to buff it. You know, it gets the buff from the Ring of Rage, it gets the buff from the Grumble Gore. It gets really all the buffs one could hope. I think something like this is our best bet. And I think it makes sense to sell like a crafty here. We've seen a ton of Lordies too. We could have definitely gone dwarves. So yeah, this gets so many buffs, I think it's worth it. And we can target it to buff it. The problem with Doombreath is it's usually too small. But in this situation where, you know, we have a bunch of things to buff it, and I think we... Oh, I guess we hit 6 same time as everyone else. Oh, maybe a little bit ahead. Looks like everyone else also just got some XP because somehow the Horde Dragon is still at 5, so... we did have an adventurer. Yeah, we had an adventurer a couple times, so I think we got 2 hits, so we might be like 1 turn ahead. Oh, so this is a tough one here. That's a good interaction for us, though. We should take out 3 things with this. Yeah, wow, that's such a hit. We're gonna knock them out of the game here. We'd actually love if this thing could get itself killed. No, it can't. Okay, well, we're not 7th, we're not 8th. Some point, spell weavers, and we do keep buffing things. Yeah, we'll grab it. We're playing against no one. You know, this gets a big buff, right? Another Grumble Gore. And we can cast this on it next turn. Yeah, we're gonna have to sell something, right? I think we're selling the animal. Do we want the Grumble? Well, we already bought it, right? I think we're stuck with it. And we want everything that holds a buff well. Although maybe we want to get a better spell next turn. We'll take the coin next turn because it does buff all of our characters. And I guess we probably... Do we want the mage on board? If we think we're likely to win... I don't think we want to be greedy. My thought was if we're likely to win, we'll take the 2/2 buff on whatever we can get. But I think we're just going to play a little less greedy than... You know, than maximum greed. So we'll cast the spell here. It just gives a buff to a couple characters. And then we get to roll anyways. It basically nets out, but we get a small buff. We'll take those. Take any edge we can get. You know, Hercules could be replaced soon. It is getting buffed. So, you know, the longer it gets buffed, the harder it is to replace, just because it's hard to replace the stats. You know, we want to get this dragon to be big and, you know, take down 3 things. They have a similar idea about their dragon. Yeah, I didn't know how strong they'd be. We're clearly much stronger than they are, so we could have maybe, you know, I mean, this didn't do anything, so we definitely could have, you know, went the other route, but I don't think we're unhappy when we played a little safer than maximum. Wow, it's another dragon seems nice because we are going for dragon. Do we want to get an evil version of this? It does make it easy to get 6-drop treasures. Yeah, let's do it, right? Are we supposed to get a knight next turn? So what if we put the dragon in too? This is the person who just got knocked out, right? Yeah, they were strong when we played them. Let's not mess around. We really we need to triple some of our 6s because we have the issue where like we have too many things that need to attack early, and we have 4 things that want to be on the back line, right? So if we don't triple stuff soon, we just sit here with an overcrowded board, which isn't helping anybody. I wonder if it's better to have 2 dragons too. What if we like went like this or something? We lose out on the... I guess maybe this is a little better because this is just so likely to get attacked. We'd rather have it have more health. Well, these rounds are really long late in the game. I didn't realize how long these were. Yeah, I really don't go dragon very often. I think it's usually pretty not strong, I guess is the term. It just doesn't synergize well with anything, so most things outscale it, but I think Magic Sword's a 6 cost one, so if we are able to triple one of these things, if you get a Magic Sword on it and just attack and take out 3 things, you're in great shape. I mean, assuming those things only have 100 health. I mean, you can run into Treant comps late in the game that have, 200 health or 500 health or, whatever it is. I mean, but, you're usually not beating those comps without some kind of Medusa combo anyways. We do have the Medusa, so we can, pivot to that. And hopefully we'll cast some, random polymorphs with this thing. Hopefully we'll win this round against a ghost and not really embarrass ourselves. Yeah, I mean, taking out 3 things there is just so nice. Take down this round, okay. So it looks like they switched characters. We really just need to triple something. I think we're going to have to cast a polymorph. I think it's just too good not to cast. Yeah, we'll have to pause here. Unfortunately, we didn't get to the triple in time. I don't think there's a graceful way to get it on. So I wonder if... like, what if we were to move some... What if we were to put this earlier, put this on instead? Because we're just so unlikely to get the final attack is the issue. But I think having a ranged is so strong, although this, compared to... we can actually go like this, because this is better if it's buffed. Is that reasonable? I don't know if it's reasonable. I think this is what we're doing. Having range on the backline is really nice. There's a possibility we survive if we lose the fight. It's very, very unlikely. We do get the buff every round, so things could keep getting bigger. Yeah, if we found this a couple rolls early, we bought the polymorph. That could have been a bad decision, but I just, there was no way for us to know if we were going to get there, on one of the 6 drops. And, we only had so many extra rolls, so it would have given us 5 gold, so obviously we could sell one thing and buy it. But it would basically give us like 3 extra rolls, I guess, or 2 extra rolls. 3 extra rolls, so this roll plus 2 more. And I think that's just not that high. Wait, no, this isn't the right person. Okay, they pick something, we're gonna pick something. Oh, so us getting attacks on the really bad stuff is a little bit annoying here. They keep spawning these pigs, which aren't very large. The issue is going to be this ranged attacker. Although we have some ranged attackers too. Yeah, I think we take them down. I think, yeah, this secures a second, right? Okay, well. Potion Master and some random dragon, whatever this is, sort of getting there. Okay, well, this is, I don't think, close. Take it over this. Health might do something. These aren't monsters, unfortunately. So spawning things in front is obviously nice. We're just gonna take the apple though. Yeah. So the thing is, you could pause here and buff one of these and get 3, but I think you're just better off looking for like a polymorph next turn. We have these mages, which have actually gotten quite big, but I just don't think matter enough for us to want to do anything with. We'd love to triple the Grumble Gore, because the only things we want to buff are these 2, and we could definitely use the extra slot for another range character. But yeah, we had to. The problem, they're likely going to have a lot of triples, so if we lose this fight, game's probably over. But we gave ourselves, 1 health buffer. Since we were buying something big this turn, it wasn't like we were going to be able to do a lot of other stuff this turn. Okay, dwarfs? Yeah, these dwarfs don't seem that big, right? Am I? Oh, wow, and the apple combined with the thing. Yeah, we just crushing them here? Well, we crushed them. Wow. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't even think we need to make our thing bigger here. We could get a mask and do something. I don't think that... We want a polymorph if we're going to do something, right? Um, Evil twin on Hercules? It doesn't make it... It makes a plain copy. Okay, if it made an exact copy, we might be in the market for that. You know, we found nothing. I think we just cast something just to give it a go. Obviously, you know, we beat them badly last round, but we got some nice spell cast and the first attack. If we don't get the first attack this round, who knows? We do get the buff every round. I think we get... So it gives us +2/+2, and I think you get the double afterwards. So I think this will attack as a 70, this will be a 76. We actually have a very big Medusa, which usually isn't the case. It's possible that had we just thrown on a Spellweaver a few turns ago, it would have been pretty sizable and good here, but the issue we have is that it just, it's so unlikely to get to attack, and we have three things that we really want to attack with. Oh, the Cupid getting taken out was huge. Wow, that was so unlucky for them. Oh, it did protect their backline. That was a nice tech in there. I mean, we're gonna crush them here, but wow. Yeah, I mean, this is a board of nothings. You know, this isn't. There were no synergies of types. We just got some nice treasures, and we made Potion Master work. We actually got a lot of buffs on our characters. Even without like a crystal ball or a Merlin's hat, we cast a lot of meaningful buffs, and I think it, you know, got us over some humps. I mean, we were, you know, close to being knocked out for a long time. So I think a really good game with Potion Master. I'm excited to get a nice game. I like Potion Master. I love this art. This is a great art first of all, and I like the idea of being able to cast, you know, to target the buffs rather than just have Merlin who flings them around. And Merlin makes it tough to have like the bench sometimes. I mean, Merlin's very, very strong, and obviously with Deck of Many Things would have been very, very strong. We got this on turn 3. So, you know, we would have got another, you know, say 20 buffs of +2/+1, which is, you know, about the size of some of our characters. So that would have been huge, but obviously, you know, we were able to get the Adventurer a little power. We were able to cast it on, I think a Grumblegore got a little buff. When we Evil Twin this, actually, it got some buff. So nothing was major, but it did level up, and we were very lucky to get that turn with a Hercules Grumblegore combo, which just enabled us to get 6. We actually never found the third Grumblegore, but these dragons really went to town. I think almost every fight we got both dragons to attack, even if they weren't super great attacks, because, you know, when one of them attacks, it's likely to clear out something behind something else. Like, there's no way to get them both, unless stuff's surviving, they're not going to both attack and take out 3 things both times, because there's simply not that many things that exist in the, you know, in that triangle formation. You know, if you take out the back middle thing, then the next time you attack, you can never take out 3 things. So, but, you know, our dragons got huge because of the, what's this called? Ivory Owl plus the Singing Swords, yeah, just made these. And our final opponent's board was so strange. It looked like it had some Storm Kings and some Dwarfs, and then like a Princess also. They had like a Lordy. It looks like they tech to a Cupid, and we got the Shrivel cast on it. We got, you know, the 12/12. I wasn't sure it would do anything, but I took the chance on it, and we got super lucky. Because taking out our supports, obviously. I mean, and you look at these supports, they trade with both our dragons. If, you know, we lost, you know, I guess these attack into them so they don't die themselves. But, yeah, I mean, we got pretty lucky, but that was a fun game.